Hi, this is the Roach, and I am back. I'm going to be playing on DNK5, Kingdom DNK5. This is the series that I was actually playing with my son, and I'm still going to play it a little bit. It's the build challenge that I have my domicile in, and this is going to be in a playlist with my other ones for this series. So if you want to check out my playlists, this is in the DNK playlist. And so what we've done here, I'll just show you real quick. Okay, so this is my domicile. It's underneath the bay here. We have a little bay of water that comes in right here, and we built a domicile down underneath the water out of glass. We are in the fantasy texture pack because I really like the fantasy texture pack, and it makes this place look awesome. So that's why I've got the fantasy texture pack on this one. And well, it makes pretty much anything look awesome. I really do like the fantasy texture pack. It's probably my favorite texture pack. In fact, it's probably my favorite even over the original basic one, because I like the way the stone looks a little bit better. Even the diorite looks a little bit better in this fantasy pack. I like the little bit of more decorative on the beds and the chests and everything. Everything's just a little bit more decorated, and so I like it. But anyway, so we're going to go down into my domicile. This is how you get down, right down through the water. So I made this little water elevator for me so that I could get down here. This is kind of the way that I was going to try and get out to the point where I needed to build, because with the build challenge you have a specific place that you have to build. And that place is right here somewhere. 777, it's that spot right there. 777 48 negative 226. That was our build spot, and that's where we built. Yes, it did extend out this way. It wasn't centered on that spot, because the rules are that it doesn't have to be centered on that spot, but that spot does have to be included in the build. So did it well. And see, the water actually looks even more clear and more wonderful in the fantasy texture pack than it does in the original. That's why see, and the glass is awesome too. I like the little gold edges of the glass. It adds a pretty good deal to it. Oh, and in here I actually got a second Enderman in here and was able to kill a second Enderman in here. So 2 Endermen have actually spawned in here, which means that at some point I'm probably going to have to put more glass in here, put another row of glass right here on each and every side, and that will make it so that I can kill the Enderman from a safe area. And then I will probably cut at least this middle light, because he actually spawned without this middle light, and then I stuck that middle light because I don't know as if I really want Enderman spawning right now. But I'll probably cut this light. I might even cut the outside lights, and then this will probably be my Enderman breeding ground or farm. So, but anyway, I don't know as if I'll be playing this one that much, but you know, I should be playing it enough that, well, first of all, so I did a whole recording, 16 minutes long, to discuss what I'm next going to do with this seed and with this build. So I want to make an entrance to the build, and the entrance that I want to make, I want it to be a secret entrance, one that you have to do something special, and then something will open up and you'll be able to come down into here and be able to come down into the domicile. So that it won't be just you have to find my little hidey hole and get in that way, or dig your way in. I guess you could still dig your way in, but it would be a little bit difficult because you'd have to swim down to the bottom of the water. You'd have to fight off all of the drowns and squids, and then dig through probably the sand. You'd probably want to dig through the sand and probably like over here, because yeah, you just want to do it somewhere over here or something like that, because right here and over on that wall, the sand is just kind of a sand wall actually. And I did the sand because I thought the sand looked really cool, and it does. It looks cool on this. But anyway, what I want to do is I want to build that door to get into here. And in order to build that door, what I need is I need some sticky pistons. Well, in order to make sticky pistons, I need slime balls. And in order to get slime balls, I have to get slimes. So, I don't have a swamp, way close. So what I did is I went to Chunkbase on the computer. Chunkbase on the computer. It is an app that will show you several different things for your Minecraft worlds. And one of those things is where slime blocks are, or slime chunks are. So slimes spawn in certain chunks in the world, like 1 in 10 chunks in the world. They'll actually spawn in those chunks at anywhere below 40 height. So see, we're down here at height 39, and this is the very corner of one of those chunks. Well, it could be here or it could be here. I'm not completely certain where the chunk starts. It could also be here, it could also be here. But that's why we're going to include the numbers that are on the map that I printed off from Chunkbase. So Chunkbase tells me that we have 3 actually. We have 3 chunks that are right in this area. And so I'm going to hollow out rooms at different heights all through here. And then this is just a temporary light. I'm not going to leave torches on the bottom. Actually, the torches will be up on the ceiling, shining down. And mostly what the torches do is they prevent other mobs from spawning. And I might get a few other mobs because I might have a few little dark corners or places where they can spawn a little bit, but I'm not too concerned about that. What I'm mostly concerned about is making sure that I don't get a ton of zombies and skeletons and witches and whatever else instead of my and endermen. Hopefully I don't get too many endermen spawning down in here. But if I do start getting endermen spawning down here though, that wouldn't be too bad of a deal, because I do like collecting their ender eyes. And if I did that, then I'd probably go to a wall on the side of here and I'd dig me out a little enderman killing spot. Then I'd make them mad and they could run over there and I could kill them and I wouldn't get hurt and it would be great. But anyway, so I'm going to hollow out these 3 chunks. And yes, these 3 chunks are all next to each other, kind of in an L pattern. And they go, so what we'll be doing is we'll be going 1 chunk that direction and 2 chunks that direction. And then we will have 1 other chunk that we are down in that corner. So it will 1 other chunk that will be up. So we'll have 2 chunks, 1 right here, 1 right there, and the other one will be up over there. So kitty corner to this one. So that's what the plan is to hollow these chunks out so that we can get some slimes to spawn. And what we'll do is we'll make a room here at 39, because 39 is the highest level which they can spawn at. Then we will go down 5. And the reason we go down 5 is so that we can have the room 4 high with a ceiling or floor. So this will be the floor of this level and the ceiling of the level below it. and we will make another level down there, and then we will make another level below that. But that is what I'm going to be working on for the next hour probably, is hollowing this stuff out. And yes, it will take longer than an hour. It will probably be a project that it will continue at a later time. I just have about an hour right now, and then I'll have to figure out when I'm going to be able to finish it up. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. And then, so there is one other caveat of actually getting slimes to spawn. Slimes can't spawn within 24 blocks of a character, but they will despawn automatically 128 blocks away from a character. I'm not sure if that's the same on the Bedrock Edition, but on the regular edition that's how it works, because on the Bedrock Edition they kind of just go to sleep rather than despawn. But in any case, what I'm going to do, then if I went too far away, it also there wouldn't be more that would actually spawn there. And because that's the case, I don't want to go too far away, but I do want to go far enough away that they can actually spawn there. So what I did is I came out here and I set up these little pillars all around the area that is exactly 24 blocks away from those slime chunks. And so that's a chunk and a half away from it. So what I will be doing when I get all the rooms built is I will be coming out here, and I will be coming out away from the chunks just far enough that I can start, and I'll probably start ripping out this forest or something of that nature so that I can start building some houses for a little village, because I want to build a village here. And then I will have to find a way to ship in some villagers, or I'll have to find some zombie villagers and convert them or something. But anyway, that's the plan, is to actually get this turned into a village while I'm letting the slimes spawn down there. And then when once the slimes spawn, once I've had a few days where I've been working on that project, so I'll probably have to bring like my bed out here and anything that I think I might need. I'll probably bring them out here and go over there and work there. And I don't know how much of that I'll record. Probably not a ton of it. And I'm not going to record. Rest assured, I'm not going to actually record me hollowing out all of the rooms down there. I'm just kind of explaining what I'm going to do. And then I will come back and I will actually do it. So the ideal location to be away from your slime chunks is between 24 blocks and 32 blocks away from it. So over there in that area should be a pretty good spot for it. The only place that might be better would be over there on that shore right there, because that's the long side. Either that or out there, but there's mostly water out there, so that wouldn't work so well. But over there would probably work pretty well. But the problem is I don't want to do anything with what's over there. However, I do kind of want to do stuff with what's over here. So, and my garden is supposed to extend out this way. And also, that 24 blocks is actually circular around the chunks. So I could actually probably move into like these corners a little bit, and it wouldn't actually interrupt the spawning of the slimes in those chunks. But just to be safe, we are going to actually stay completely outside of those pillars. So that's the plan. Oh, and one of the other things I need to do is I need to actually build a kraal for my sheep and move them out, and probably move them out and up over here. This is kind of where I was thinking I put those guys, but I haven't ever got around to doing it. So that's probably one of the things that I will do. So this is one of the corners as well right here. I might venture inside of here just enough to actually take these trees down. And also to build the trail, because I'll probably have to nip inside of here a little bit in order to build the trail right here and get my sheep out and up into here. But in any case, what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish is to get us some slimes spawned. And that is what I'm going to be working on for the next little while. And then once I'm done, I will come back and I will show you guys what the end results are in the next episode. So this episode is just kind of telling you how it's going to work and what I'm doing, and also a little bit about how to get slimes to spawn, and also where to go to find out where the slime chunks are, because you can sit and you can just dig a whole bunch of area out down below ground at level 39 or lower, and then just wait and see if slimes spawn, and wherever they spawn start focusing on that particular chunk and then marking out where that chunk is. And there are ways that and tutorials online that you can go to try and figure out how to do that, but that's just a whole lot of extra work, and I feel that chunk base is a lot quicker and easier to get that taken care of for you. So anyway, I'm going to be going down there to get this going, and I will be back to show you the end results once it is done. So we will see you soon.